In the last 2 years, more than 1,900 people have been killed by police. Nearly 500 of those people were showing signs of mental illness.
It is perhaps that sobering truth that led the state of Minnesota to act this year in making a law that both Democrats and Republicans back that will require all law enforcement officers in this state to get crisis or what is known as de-escalation training. So what is that exactly? Two men who were career police officers sat down with me today to explain.
Well, de-escalation in its simplest form is calming a situation down. That you can seek compliance of a person that you're dealing with, while at the same time using less force or no force at all.
It's a concept that's very simple, but it's also really controversial. But it's one we have to talk about because it is demanding America's attention as shootings keep happening. Bill and Dennis know both sides of this. Each was career law enforcement. Each is now teaching de-escalation.
The biggest challenge in teaching this and having law enforcement accept it is that they're busy and they get called to a lot of calls. They have a mentality that we have to finish this call and we have to be available for the next one to handle it. These calls today using de-escalation are going to take time.
And that's okay?
It's going to have to be okay because I don't think the citizens really believe that sometimes we have used the use of force appropriately.
Their mantra for the first day of class to the last day is this: officers need to slow down when appropriate. Officers need to approach with more calm when they can and let a situation breathe for a second. American public media has done a lot of reporting on de-escalation, and it found that most police shootings happen in the first 2 minutes of an encounter with someone. Anything that lasts more than 3 to 5 minutes, that police shooting rarely happens.
And that slowing down means not being always the aggressor, but slowing it down, using cover, using retreat, taking the time to really assess the threat and then to use other skills to de-escalate it.
Evaluate the situation, and if you don't need the amount of control, command presence that you started with, then lower the level, the temperature yourself.
All officers in the state of Minnesota will begin to be trained in how to lower that temperature next year. And no, this is not a perfect science. And no, this isn't going to end police-involved shootings. But the state of Minnesota, with bipartisan support, has joined more than a dozen states saying, we're going to start here.
3 different types of training, too, will come with this $6 million package to all law enforcement officers in the state of Minnesota. De-escalation, what we just talked about. So that's a situation that's heated. Somebody's already got their temperature turned up. Number 2, mental health patients. That's one that they really need to address to learn how to deal with someone who's in crisis who may not be complying with an officer, but you need to know the difference.
Right.
So training in that. And 3rd is implicit bias training, race training, talking about that issue. So it's 3 tiers.
I find that police and members of the community have found common ground on this. We heard a lot of talk about this when the governor formed his task force following the killing of Philando Castile. And so now we have this moving forward. But that 16 hours, is it already part of their training?
No, they don't have to have de-escalation training at all. That's the thing that's kind of troubling when you look all over the nation. This is not a training that most officers get. Although Minneapolis has had it for the last year. It requires its officers to do it. New York City does it. Chicago does it. San Francisco does it. There's not a lot of science into what proves that it's working yet because it's only been in place a couple of years, but we got to start somewhere.
Yep, starting here.